Oh hey, how are you doing? You seem little tired. Maybe because of the weather. It has been raining heavily since the past 2 days. Our sales has come really down, and we are barely getting any customers here. Yeah, we are just about to. I'm just about to close the restaurant for the day. No one showed up since morning. Yeah, I run this place alone. I do the cooking. I take the orders. I also do the cleaning and other stuff. So it's run by me, just me. Would you like to try something Indian? Yeah, I can only offer you Indian food because I am only uh, good at making Indian food. So if you would like to try, okay, definitely I can give you some suggestions. Wonderful. If you'd like to, I could also give you a kitchen tour, and you can just come along with me inside the kitchen. I can teach you a recipe also, an Indian recipe. Would you like that? Yeah, sure, I can do that for you. So let me see what I can offer because we have very limited resources currently, and I have to really check on what I can offer. Would you like to have some Indian bread? Maybe aloo paratha, any kind of paratha or naan. In non-veg, I can offer you chicken. I can give you butter chicken, meaty chicken, chicken 65. Okay. You would like to stick to vegetarian? Okay. Uh, do you feel unwell or do you look a little tired on your eyes? Oh, little tired and cold, sore throat? Then I would recommend you something piping hot, which could help relieve the symptoms of fever or flu. Let me see what I can give you in vegetarian. Would you like to go with the soup or just a main course? Main course. Okay. With the ingredients that are available here, I would be able to give you a. Would you like to have some dal khichdi? Hmm? It's just rice, veggies, and dal all mixed together. It's has a soupy consistency, but not so soupy, but on a moderate kind of soupy. Yeah, dal khichdi we have comes with basmati rice, long grain one, and dal, chana dal or split chickpeas. Also, we add few veggies like spinach, carrots, tomato, onions, and little coriander leaves. So we all cook it in ghee. We don't use oil for the cooking. We use homemade clarified butter. Yep. No, it's not too spicy. In a scale of 1 to 10, it's 3. So not at all spicy, but it's flavorful with other spices that we are going to use. We are going to use different spices like jeera, turmeric, and few other spices. Yeah, even it comes with a bit of black pepper, but not the spicy level. Very little amount. Okay, then let's go have the kitchen tour and okay, let's. We could start with the cooking, right? I can show you how it's made. Okay, come. Hi. So welcome to the kitchen. So we would need some veggies to make the dal khichdi. Do not mind the pet dog. So let's see what are the veggies that we need here. 5-6 different vegetables we'll be using, and 2 green chilies, some coriander leaves, carrot, spinach leaves, a few numbers, and tomato and onion. We need to get it finely chopped. So let's start with the onion first. I'm just removing the stems, and we will use the normal old school technique here. I don't have a chopping device with me yet, so I'll be using the knife. We'll be roughly chopping the onions. We just need it to be roughly chopped. It need not have to be in equal sizes, but yeah, roughly chopped. Let's chop the other half, and let's chop, finely chop. That would be enough for the dal khichdi, for the quantity that I'm preparing right now. Now let's finely chop the spinach leaves. These are garden ground red spinach from my terrace garden. So we have to just finely chop it like that. That's it. Now let's go with the carrot. We wouldn't need the full carrot for this because we will be hardly using half a cup of rice. So again, carrots, you could even go for juliennes, or you could just cut it into small bits so that it gets cooked a little bit. It doesn't need to be raw, and little soft would be great for khichdi's because it's considered to be a soft food. You can just finely chop it like that. Just go straight, and then across, and that will do the job. Chop finely chopped carrots. So now we're done with onions, spinach, and the carrots. Now we can also chop the green chilies, just removing the stems and just round slices. This is not really spicy, so if you bite on it while having the khichdi, it's not going to be too spicy. It's most like a bell pepper level of spiciness for the green chilies. So now we have coriander and the tomato to be chopped. So let's go with the coriander. Finely chop it, small bits. Make sure to use fresh coriander, or else it will affect the taste of your final dish a little bit. So try to use always the fresh ones. Now let's remove the tomato. Let's You don't have to de-seed the tomato, you just chop it just like the onions, small pieces. Go straight and across. I have taken one big tomato. You could add as many as veggies you would like to in a dal khichdi. The more number of vegetables, the more healthier it becomes. So this is the mise en place. We have all the veggies chopped, and I've also added 3 cloves of garlic and a piece of ginger, carrot, spinach, onion, green chili, tomato, and the piece of ginger, and 3 cloves of garlic. Also, we have the coriander in water to retain the freshness. I have put it in cold water. And next, we have the chickpea, split chickpeas, or we call it the Bengal gram. It's used in many dishes like dal tadka, anything with dal comes with chickpeas. I have taken a handful or a half cup, and I have got the basmati rice, long grained one. So that's long grained basmati rice, which is used for variety of rice preparations like jeera rice, tomato rice, lemon rice. It goes with dal khichdi as well. Now we need spices, which are salt, pepper, cumin powder, Kashmiri chili, turmeric, and some garam masala. So we need around 6 different spices for this preparation. So that's all we need for the. Also, we need little ghee. We'll be not using any oil in this preparation. So let's start with boiling some water for the rice. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to taste, and that's enough. Let's mix it a little bit. Let's mix it. And when the water starts to boil, we are ready to add the rice, which is washed and kept. We are adding the rice completely into the boiling water and let it boil. So I have not used this rice before. This is a new brand that we have been using in the restaurant. So I'm not sure of the cooking time, but let's wait for 15 minutes. Okay, it's boiling for around 10 to 15 minutes. Also, I have kept the dal on a pressure cooker for cooking. And let's wait for 5 whistles for the dal to cook completely. And now the rice is ready to be served. I mean, it's completely cooked, and I want to get rid of the excess water. Let's take out the excess water from the rice using a colander or a filter, just like this. Let's put some cold water. Let's pour some cold water on the rice. It's good to put cold water on boiled rice to keep it less sticky. So it's it'll make it less stickier if you add that. And now let's look at the dal. It's completely cooked, perfect. Okay, now let's start with the preparation. For that, I am using a kadai or a hard bottom pan, and as I said, we won't be using any oil in this preparation. We would go with clarified butter or ghee. We are using homemade ghee here. So I'm going to add at least 3 tablespoons of ghee, homemade ghee, freshly prepared homemade ghee, 3 tablespoons. Let it melt a little bit. Let's heat it up. And next I would be adding some jeera, whole cumin, not the cumin powder, just half a teaspoon, and let it splutter. Let it splutter. And once it splutters, we are ready to add the finely chopped onions. Let's add the onions. Let's also add the cloves of garlic and ginger. Ginger is finely chopped, by the way. We can also add the green chilies. No, it's not spicy. It's very less spicy. And we let's saute it a little bit. Also, carrots. Yeah, it has to be sauteed to get rid of the raw taste of the veggies. It's good. We won't fry it unlike fried rice. We will just saute it to little like 2 to 3 minutes would be good enough. And let's saute. Now we have added carrot, onions, green chili, the garlic and ginger. Let it be there for some time, and we can add the rest of it later on. But you could even add the tomatoes along with the other veggies if you like it that way. But I do believe that it's better when it's made like this. So little salt to taste. I'm using the Himalayan pink salt here. Claims to be more healthy. Not sure though. Little turmeric, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Then let's mix it. Let's mix it. Yeah, you could definitely try this recipe during the monsoon season because it's very healthy. It has almost all the different veggies in there. Time to add the spinach. Yes, this is a homemade, homegrown spinach from my garden. Now let's saute it a little bit. If you find that the ghee is less, then you can add more. Now time to add some spices. Little pepper powder, jeera powder, garam masala. Also, there is some vegetable masala mixed along with the garam masala. That's optional. You could adjust the masala based on your likings. Time to add the chopped tomatoes. Time to add the tomatoes. Now we are done with all the veggies. Now just keep it on low flame or a medium flame for a couple of minutes until the raw smell goes from the masalas. That's again vegetable masala and garam masala. Spiciness level and masala, you can always change the quantities according to your taste. Now we need to mix it well and let the raw smell of the masalas go. Let let it cook on medium flame for a couple of minutes. We could even add green peas, frozen green peas. We could add potatoes. We could go for lady's finger. It's all up to personal choices. More the veggies, more healthier it's going to be. And make sure to not overcook the veggies. Just a couple of minutes of cooking would do. And here we are almost done with the veggies here. And now let's add the cooked rice right into the pot and mix it well. Once you start mixing it, make sure it completely blends to the rice and the flavor gets captured to completely the rice. Now it's almost done. The tomatoes are a little mushy. Time to add the boiled rice. It's not going to take more than another 10 or 5-10 minutes. I understand that you are quite hungry, as I said. We had nothing prepared because of the heavy rainfall. Okay, let's add the rice. In another couple of minutes, you'll be all set to dine. Thank you so much for waiting. Let's wait another 5 minutes. Thank you. And mix it well. No, this dal khichdi is not going to be completely soupy consistency. It's like a semi soup consistency, but it definitely tastes good with raita. But currently we don't have the raita here, so we would be giving you some other accompaniments, which is as good as raita. I feel like there is the salt is little less, so we can add a little bit more. I'm not going to make it too salty, but I feel like somewhere it lacks the flavor. Now we mix it. We don't have to do it for a long time. Little bit of ghee, the ghee adds to the flavor, especially when it comes with dal. Dal and ghee is one of the best combination that you can make. So little bit more ghee, and I am mixing it. Let's put it on low flame. I hope you're following my instructions, right? My Indian accent doesn't make you not follow, right? Okay, good to know. Let's add the dal. It's finely cooked. Since it's for khichdi, I have overcooked the dal little bit. Hence, we had to do the 5 whistles. You remember? We went for 5 whistles in the pressure cooker. That's because it's for khichdi. Then we just mix it. We just mix it, and let it cook for a little bit to all the flavors to blend in, because we have many different ingredients being used in this recipe, and there are a lot of spices also added. So I'm putting it on low flame and mixing it well. So have you ever tried the dal khichdi before? Okay, you have tried Indian food but not the dal khichdi, right? Okay, great. You will definitely like it, I believe. If your spice tolerance level is low, you will definitely like it. But if you like spicy Indian food, then this is not really a good choice for you. But this is a great monsoon food when it's winter and when it's cold. These kind of foods help keep your body warm, and it's very healthy because we don't have any added oil, or we have a lot of veggies added onto the rice, and dal is a very good source of protein, as you know. So finally, let's add that coriander leaves which we have chopped in the beginning, you remember? Yeah, so it's time to add that. Let me just wash it a little bit more. We get rid of any debris from the leaves. Oh no, this has not been homegrown. This is bought from the store, from the vegetable market. Yeah, okay. So that was the final step of our dal khichdi preparation. Now we just have to give it some time to heat up a little bit to get all the flavors infused to the rice and the dal, so it tastes just as good as every bite. Make sure do not overcook the vegetables. That's one thing about dal khichdi, and that's it. Now let's prepare your accompaniments, a little accompaniment with the dal khichdi. I'm sorry that I don't have raita today. I can give you sliced onions and a wedge of lemon and also the green chili. You can definitely eat the green chili, it's not spicy. And also a roasted puppet. Also, I'm missing out on something else. Okay, let's serve the khichdi. I would prefer a bowl for serving the khichdi, similar to a soup bowl, but a bigger version. So that's your dal khichdi. I hope you followed the instructions. You can definitely give it a try at your home. Once you head back to home, give it a try. If you really like the recipe, then okay. Also, little pickle for you, mango pickle. All right, time for you to dine. Please have a seat. And here is your dal khichdi. I have put a soup spoon for you. And here are your accompaniments. Just make sure that you have a spoon of khichdi, then take a bite of your puppet. Also, if you like a little tangy flavor, squeeze the lemon into the dal khichdi so you get the tangy touch. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Good night.